there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grigsby's War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. So, there's a lot to catch up on, basically. It has been a while, and we are using a new map over here, so things are different, and as such we do need to refamiliarize ourselves with the situation. So we have successfully taken Rabaul, and from Rabaul we can go forwards quite nicely to take over the Bismarck Sea, the Solomon Sea, New Guinea, and start to work on Australia itself, actually. So we do have a number of submarines in the area. We do have enemy forces spotted over here. Okay. RO-62 is on sub-patrol. Hopefully we can get lucky and pick something up there. I-173 is rather low on torpedoes, actually, so that will have to go home rather shortly. In fact, I should start sending it home now, but we'll have to sort that one out soon. So we do have some damage to the port and airfield, but that will be quickly repaired. We do have engineers here, namely we have 3 units of engineers, which is quite nice. Hopefully things will be underway fairly quickly. We did land some air forces as well. We have level bombers over here using torpedoes. Their altitude is 10,000 feet. They are set to naval attack, and obviously they are going to hunt down the enemy as well. Again, same story here. 10 aircraft. Only 2 aircraft over here, but they're set to reconnaissance. I could have them to naval search and just look out purely for aircraft. Sorry, purely for naval elements, but, I suppose we'll go for... No, we'll go for the reconnaissance. I'd like to find out what's going on here. I'd namely like to find out what's going on at Port Moresby. So we will identify that as our target. We will drop... Actually, no, we do not need to drop the altitude level. RO-63 is armed and ready to go. We do have RO-66 nearby as well. Maxrat is at level... well, is at 1, so it will react undoubtedly. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this patrol pattern, actually. It's going to patrol around here, actually, instead. Hopefully you'll pick up on the enemy nearby. Yep, you should do. Good job. Okay. So, you guys, you're gonna head into port, yup. Destination is Rabaul. I'm gonna set your home port as Rabaul. There we go. What do we have here? We have a series of midget submarines then. Now these guys are here to protect the port itself. They only have about like 1 torpedo, but they can launch 2 torpedoes, I believe. You're on your way home. There we go, good job. Now then, we do have Winter's Touch over here, with the carriers Ryuju and Zuiho, Hosho and Taiyo. So that's looking decent. And then as well, we do have battleship force over here, Autumn Breeze. Nagato, Fuso, Yamashiro, Isi, and Hyuga. So they're gonna head over here to Rabaul. Obviously, the port's capacity is way too small for the battleships, or just the ships in general. So we do need to increase the size, which we are working on here. Hopefully we can build this up to be a fantastic little base for us. But as the things going on at the moment over by Rabaul. Now, down here, we do have forces. Actually, what we can do here is we can go over to our map. We'll turn off the bases. Turn off LCUs. Okay. So you can see the Allied forces around here. These are mostly submarines. We do have forces over here by Palmyra, Hawaii, where we have a good concentration of submarine strength over there. But you can also see the fact that off the coast of Australia we're rather unopposed for the time being, which is quite nice. We do have some submarines down here. But so far, so good. Let's keep working on this. The role of this submarine is to patrol around Melbourne. I'm not too happy about that patrol pattern, so I'm going to edit that. So I'm going to clear this patrol zone, I'm going to set the new boundary. Now, there's strait here. But what we'll do is we'll patrol from the strait here to here. And yeah. To about here as well, just near King Island. So we have a nice little patrol pattern over there. That should hopefully suppress the port of Melbourne. Keep what cargo ships I do have in port, which is going to serve our purpose. Now, you are patrolling off the coast of Brisbane. We'll have your pattern change. Okay, so we have Sydney just over here. Port Kembla, which is level 3. Not huge, but it's decent enough. Level 4 over here as well. So patrol down here. 2 just off the coast of Newcastle. And about here. There we go. We do have another submarine over here too. So I'm going to set up a similar patrol pattern. But we'll do it the opposite way round. There we go. Okay, Brisbane. Port capacity isn't that high, it's only about a 5. But still, 5s are fairly decent. Townsville, level 3. Bowen, Cooktown. So I guess Brisbane is our big next target. We do have New Caledonia over here as well. There is the port of Namibia, but that's only level 2, so for the moment we don't need to worry about that. Now if I go over and find the tracker just here, we can go over to bases, we can go to allies. Okay, we'll sort by port. So you can see here, Eastern US, United Kingdom, Canada, San Francisco. What we're looking for is basically... yeah, so that's Australian. Victoria. Where is Victoria? I'm assuming it is Australian. It does sound like an Australian port. Port Augusta. Right, we have Perth over here. I guess not then. Either way, we'll patrol just off the coast of Brisbane. Like we are doing now then, that's fine. You're on your way home to replenish. Where are you going to replenish from? Right, you're heading to truck. No, we're going to instead set you to replenish at Rabaul. That shortens the turnover considerably. Are you going to head to Rabaul? Right, okay. Turn to Rabaul. There we go, that shortens that distance considerably. I will set the home, yep, Rabaul. Rabaul. And Rabaul. So, what I'd like to do, actually, is potentially mine this area, which is going to be easier said than done. But the beauty is we only really need to mine this one area of the Torres Strait, as far as I'm aware. Which is easily done. Okay. We do have a force of about 2,220 Australian troops over here. 11 guns, so we do need to destroy them, or at least wipe them out. I did start to send a few troops from the homeland. Where are they? Okay, that's an automatic convoy. The Arashi. Surface combat, so those are the raiders. That's a cargo out on its own. It shouldn't really be out on its own. We do have the AMC here. It does have some anti-submarine warfare capabilities. So what we'll do then is we'll form it into a escort. There we go. Done. Yep, obviously you. Yep. Okay. No. Why is it on local minesweeping? Okay, there we go. Meet this task force here. And then I'll have you merge. What's this? Oh, task force may not merge. Incompatible. Okay. So I guess we'll cancel the meeting then. Cancel meeting. Okay, we'll leave you as you are then. We do have allied submarines off the coast. Did I dispatch the transports? Ah, I see. Okay, mission. We can sort by troops, actually. Right then, here we go. Some are at sea. At sea over here as well. Ah, okay. So we do have the amphibious task force over here. Now these guys are ready to go. Loading has been completed. So what we can do then is we can use them to start the invasion of New Guinea perhaps. Which I do deem to be... I don't know, is it a good idea? Is it a good idea? Hollandia. There's actually some oil over here. Decent amount of oil. Okay. It's a case of it's going to take a long time to move in New Guinea. I would love to take Java. We are aware of enemies over here. It was on one of these bases, I think it was Ambon. So there is a base in the area that is a threat, a considerable threat to any amphibious force. What do we have in here? We have patrol boats. We do have something of an escort. So what we could do here is perhaps reroute Autumn Breeze and Winter's Touch to actually aid in the invasion of Java. Now, I do not know how many men are in Java. I do not know. But I think it would be a wise idea for us to head towards Java, head towards the sources of oil and industry, take them over fairly early, at least as early as possible, and then we can begin to move from that point onwards. Okay. Okay, yeah. I think that's a good idea. Supplies are running fairly low over here, so that's not good. Right. I think what we'll do then is... Okay, that's a little bit early, I suppose. What we could do is invade the Moluccas. Moluccas. Celebes. Yeah, there's some decent bases over here. Makassar. That's actually really good. Kendari. Level 4 airbase. Yeah, that's probably where the resistance has come from. Okay, so we could possibly land at Manado. 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 Manado? I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Manado. It sounds better, if that makes sense. So set you to invade there. And again, this force was to invade Mindanao, perhaps. At least invasion over here to reinforce them. Which actually is probably the better idea. So I think we'll set them to do that then. Yeah, I agree with that idea. Right, what do we have over here? We do have some ships there. So we could do with dispatching some escorts into this force. So what we'll do then is have these forces. I'm not happy about sending out the seaplane carrier. It is a fantastic ship. Let's see. These guys, if I remember correctly... Okay, so we have Maya, Kuma, Mizui, whatever. Okay, what we'll do then is meet task force. It is 107. Okay, so you're going to meet task force 107. You're going to follow 107. And what we'll do then is we'll have the invasion force take on the actual ships over here. We do have Ashigara over here. But I'm going to leave Ashigara here and instead take Umikazi. Umikazi. And... yeah, Suzukazi. Suzuikazi is actually kind of damaged. We do have the Euler Iroh. Okay. Bugger it, we'll take Ashigara. Take Ashigara, so that's a heavy cruiser and destroyer along with 2 patrol boats. It'll meet up with the other force, and then we can reinforce our invasion of the Philippines. Which is yet to be carried out, and we do need to get reinforcements in here. We have moved men from Hainan, so we do need to carry on reinforcing that area. What do we have here? Cargo. So these were the cargo ships I sent from the island over here. Where are my transports carrying the Imperial forces? Which force is this? Okay, I see. Yeah, supply is getting rather low over here. We do need to look to get more supply out. Really do need to get more supply here. Right. Cancel loading the supplies. We have taken way too many supplies, honestly. So what we'll do is we'll transfer out the largest one, which is Katsura Maru. Katsura Maru. Okay, transfer. Can't transfer you out, apparently. Okay. Shame. Right, either way, just go ahead with our invasion. What do we have in here? Can I get any forces in? Well, these are damaged, Mitsuki and Yayo. I'll put in another 2 patrol boats. There we go. Just a little bit more. I'm gonna hit over there. Right. This may be it. Osaka, Kyoto. Yeah, you are loading troops. Right, here we go. So, I thought I had already dispatched them, but no, not yet. Basically, we are loading elements of the 1st, 2nd... so, what is this? We are loading... we have, let's see. We have 4th Division... No, sorry. So it's the 4th Division, but it's broken into different elements. We have 4th Division A, B, and C. We also do have the 53rd Infantry Division, which we can send as well later on, which is a good number of men there, a hell of a lot of men. So yes, it will take time to load the transportation. You over here. How many supplies do we have here? We have 17,000 supplies here. I think what we should do is perhaps, and a good amount of fuel, let's start to load some supplies. Right, we're going to start loading supplies onto Task Force 13. The reason for that is we do need to get some supplies into the Marshall Islands, just to reinvigorate our forces over there, as we have somewhat squandered our resources by sending so much supply to bases like Rabaul. Then again, Rabaul is going to be our front line, so yeah, but that's still a ridiculous amount of resources here. It's a little bit ridiculous. Okay, we do have Aoba, Kinugasa, which is low on ammunition. Futaka, low on ammunition. They could do with rearming at truck. They should be able to rearm there. Okay. These forces over here. Winter's Touch. Winter's Touch. They can carry on their merry way to Rabaul. Now, we do have 2 submarines just off the coast of Palmyra. They are to patrol this area. Okay. We did have sightings of what was potentially a carrier. Potentially. I doubt it, but potentially. We do have our submarines just off the coast over here. There's a bunch of American ships in the waters, but our submarines have smelled water. They have tasted victory, so hopefully we can try and pick up something large. We do have Kitabutai on its way to track to basically set out for its future role. Okay, they are to head into port. There we go. Now, Kitabutai did have reports of bubbles in the water, basically disturbances in the waters behind it and around it. So there is a distinct possibility that it is being shadowed by an allied submarine or submarines. Okay. We are advancing down the Malayan Peninsula, which is going very well. We do, of course, have to watch out for the potential allied attacks from the British, from the Royal Navy, and many others. Okay, in China, we are advancing on the base over here at Xinjiang, which was taken from us initially by the Chinese forces. We do currently have the 13th Division and the 1st. Is this Indonesian mixed? I'm going to assume it is the Indonesian mixed, or potentially, I don't know, Indian mixed brigade. Could be the Indian mixed brigade. Not entirely sure. Okay, we are on deliberate attack. It's good to see. You can see there's been a good number of battles fought across China now. We are organising ourselves for the attacks into China to try and reach the Burma Road, which is this road over here, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much that road. That is the road that dictates the fate of China. So we need to try and seize that. Okay, now that we have gone over the basics of what has been going on, that's good. So take a look at the weather report then, shan't we? Clear sky, overcast. Okay. Not too bad overall. Not too bad overall. You are returning to port. That's good news. What do we have here then? We have the engineers, eyes and ears. They are working on the base at... Yeah, actually, now we can move them on. That is a good amount of supply here, however. Hell of a lot of supply. Ooh, boy. Either way, we'll have them move forward. So move to the base of Vegan. There we go. Parry. We do have multiple forces here. Okay. So we do have the 14th Army. We have engineers. Construction. Engineers. Okay, the engineers need to get moving. I might as well leave them on that then. Need them to move up to Luzon. Or around Luzon. But basically move up. Well, there's 2 engineer elements moving up. Now, the base of the party, it does have good amount of supplies, so I will expand the airfield here. The reason why is because I'd like to have some formidable air bases in the area. We need Naha, Pari, possibly Hanchuan, or how do you say it, Otakao? But a number of bases in this area to secure the southern flank of the Japanese home islands. Indeed. We are still suffering from submarine attacks over here on our convoy, so it is a desperate gambit. However, moonlight is decreasing as we come away from the full moon, so that's decent enough. So, I think we're ready to move on. Oh, we also do have our forces over here at long bloody last. Okay, so what do we have in the area? We have one enemy unit, but I'm unaware what it could be, so we'll go for a deliberate attack. And we should have the ability to do this. Though, I guess for the time being, what we'll do is we'll go with defend for the moment till reinforcements arrive. And we have the reconnaissance moving in there. Yeah, they should be there fairly soon. We'll figure out what's going on. Then we can seize a base at Brunei, move up the coast and start to take some of these other places. I will look at moving more reinforcements to Borneo fairly soon, as I do want to increase my hold over there. Okay, you. I can have you move strategically, actually. We'll have you move south to the base here at Taiping. There we go. That'll be a few days. So I think we are ready to move on. I am going to save the game. Now, because I moved this from the previous hard drive, I do have to start afresh, which is okay for me. So we'll start here. I'm not entirely sure what episode we're on. Let's go with that then. Save. Turn 32. There we go, that's saved. Now let's go forward. And see how things turn out. Hopefully well. That would always be good. I do like the new map, I think it's really cool. Either way, looking forward to the men at Osaka being loaded onto transports. We could definitely do with the division there, the 4th division being sent. Occupied by allies. I could do with more reinforcements. Then again, I could also always use them in China, but then again, we do have enough force in China. Well, we do when we don't. We do if we concentrate it, we don't if we disperse it. So I don't think it's wise to send more reinforcements to China, especially infantry. It'd be much wiser to send armoured forces, I think. We could do with delivering supplies to the Philippine bases that we have captured. Okay. I still live in hopes that we'll one day find another American carrier. Ideally, at the end of our own torpedoes. I'd rather not have it find me. I think we are going to go for something like a, possibly a 3 carrier principle or a 6 carrier principle. Basically, I don't know, I like the idea of a 3 carrier principle. The idea being that we do have a carrier force that is sufficient to defend itself. Oh, this may be a little bit loud actually, so I'm going to have to just be ready to turn down the volume should it get too loud. Okay, I do love the little weather effects. Ah, here we go. Ship side penetrated. Severe flooding. Okay. Oh, hello.